the market watch for this week on the synthetic index, and briefly on the volatility 10 index. Again, you can see that this is a downtrend, and for this downtrend, my indicator here also told me that the market has pulled back to this level and will be dropping further. All right, so at the moment, this is a 4-hour chart, which I usually like to use, and in the 4-hour chart, I'm presently in a trade in the downtrend, and all right, so this was the peak of the pullback, and okay, the market second, let me just give this some boldness so that it will be very visible to the eye. All right, this is perfect. Okay, so we had a pullback at this level, and at this point the market moved downwards. But if you want to enter this market right now, all you need to do is to go down to the lower time frame. All right, so let's see the 30 minutes time frame. Okay, so at the 30 minutes time frame, after the market broke this support, okay, you can see the market retraced to this level, and okay, right here we have, let me draw the counter trend line. Okay, so my counter trend line is this. Okay, so which means we can still enter this market right here. It broke the counter trend line and reversed. Broke the counter trend line and retraced. So at this point, you can still place a very good sell, and our take profit is going to be this level here, which is 5887. So we're going to be entering the market from this level where it broke the counter trend line here and retested, and we can have our entry at this point. Then your stop loss should be slightly above this high of the retracement of this pullback. All right, so your top loss can be here, then your take profit will be at this 5887. All right, so we're going to be reviewing this trade in our next market watch and see if we're able to hit our price target. Okay, all right, so with that being said, we'll move to the next one. All right, so which is 25-1s. For the 25-1s, you can see that the market was initially in a uptrend, then it touched its peak right here, then started dropping further. Now we have a retracement to this level. All right, so you will notice that on my chart I have some blue lines and some orange lines. These blue ones refer to my support, while these orange ones refer to my resistance. So from the way I actually trade, I prefer that the pullback hits the resistance level before I now start to look for a sell, and my pullback in the buying trend hits the support level before I start to look for a buy entry or buy trade. So now in this level here, you can see that my indicator has told me that it's got to a peak of the pullback. Now the next thing I want to look for is the previous or the last support level that the market needs to break to pull back into before I start to look for a sell, a continuation to the downside. Now, on breaking that level, okay, let me just draw that level right here. All right. Okay, this is the level here. So if the market breaks this line, which it has already, then it confirms to me that the market is ready to move lower. So for me to get a premium, or I would say a discounted price, sorry. All right, for me to get a cheaper price to enter, I'm going to wait for the market to pull back, right? So for my pullback, I'll be looking at the 30 minutes chart. All right, so here's the 30 minutes chart. The market has broken this demand, or I'll say support line, and it has pulled back to that support line, making it a resistance. So the next thing I want to do is to wait for my pullback to be completed. Once the pullback is completed, then I'm going to sell, and I'm going to make this level here my take profit. All right, so here I'm expecting a sell signal that's broken this line. Next is to wait. Let's just wait for that line. The best is to wait for the market to retrace. Then when the retracement is completed, how do I know my retracement is completed? I'm going to see a consolidation like this at the peak. Then I'll know I'm ready for my entry. Then I want to sell, and here is going to be my target 61232.1. Then the next market I'm going to be looking at is the 150. Okay, now this has been invalidated because I cannot guarantee that this market is going to push lower, because it has broken this previous high here. This, you can see this high is higher than this high. So it violates the law of the downtrend market, price action downtrend. So what I'm looking for is for market to break lower than this, then retrace. Once market breaks this level and retraces and does not retrace above this level, then I'll be ready for a continuation to the downside. So the next I'm looking out for is the volatility 50. All right. So like I mentioned, the volatility 50, this was our previous high. It got broken, then retraced downwards and broke this previous low also. So I'll be expecting that price would drop lower. If peradventure price does not drop lower, then I'll sit on my hands. But at the moment, the criteria for price to drop lower and for me to start to consider an entry is if the price breaks this support here. All right. So if price breaks this support here, then I'm certain that the market is ready to move lower. So it will break. Let me draw this line here. So I'm expecting to see something like this, breaks this line, then I'll be expecting it to retrace to this point here. Then the next thing is for me to expect it to move lower. Yes. So this is the kind of scenario I'll be looking for, whereby the market will break this line, this support, sorry, yes, this support breaks it lower, retraces to this line, then continues downward. So at this point here is where I want to place my entry. So there's a probability that this line, this entry might spike a little bit upwards. So whichever way it goes, I know that as long as this white line here has been broken, all I'm looking for is for this entry right here. is for the end of this pullback. Once I ascertain that this pullback has come to a close, then I'll know that the market will be continuing to the downside. So here you have it. You have your volatility 10, which is dropping lower. You have your volatility 25, which is also dropping lower. And you have your volatility 50, which is also dropping lower. So if you have any comments or any suggestion, you can drop it for me in the comment section below, and I'd like you to actually subscribe and like this video and share with your friends. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and bye for now.